Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of our Total War Warhammer Empire campaign. Last episode, we made peace with a lot of our neighbors, which is good because we were getting wrecked by, well, pretty much everybody. So, we're still at war with the vampires, we're still at war with Carrick Ziflin, who are these guys right here, but this is their only province and their only army as far as I know. So hopefully we'll be able to wrap them up, and most importantly, hopefully we'll be able to kind of regain our feet after we just got destroyed by pretty much everybody. So let's just take a little bit of an overview here. Karl Franz is good. We do have this general here. We're doing okay income-wise. Not great, but okay. I think, all in all, let's see. We've got vampires over here, who we are still at war with. I would like to make peace with them. We don't really have any money to train anything, so let's just go ahead and end our turn. And I think we'll be fine. Also, I did go ahead and turn on the music. I realized that I had it turned off, and this game actually does have pretty good music, so let me know if you prefer to have the music or don't, because we're trying it out this episode. We'll see. This guy is not... Yeah, you should not be there. I want you out of there. Let's see. If I garrison him here, is that going to be enough to turn the public order? No. No, it won't. Okay. Well, that's all right. Marienburg we need to be very careful of. And Karl Franz, his army is in pretty rough shape as well. So, let's see. We're going to have a rebellion here. I think maybe what we should do is get in here and actually sack some of those cities if we can. Let's get ourselves some crossbowmen, because vampires and missile units don't get along very well. They don't like missile units since they don't have any of their own. They don't really have any skirmishers, and most of their units are pretty lightly armored except for their Grave Guard. I think it would be wise to upgrade... Man, I'm already pretty much out of money. It goes so quick. Let's get our fields upgraded here. And then in this army, let's do... Oh, I actually don't have any units. Okay. In that case, let's get... I've got 800. Yes. Let's just get a couple of swordsmen, and then we'll go ahead and end our turn. And I think what I'll do is I'll use Karl Franz to fight this army that's going to appear up here. Oh, they're willing to take a peace treaty. I will actually accept that now. So now our only enemy that we really need to worry about is the vampires, and I think we can handle that. Alright, they actually have a decent-sized army up there. So, I think what we'll do... Does Weissman have walls? It does. So they can hold out for a little while if need be. I can research some new technology as well. I'd really like... -5 upkeep for Empire infantry. That would actually be very useful. Larger capacity. Actually, there's some really useful technologies in there. Income from ports. How are we doing for trade? Let's see. Faction summary. Here we go. So, I thought there was a treasury in here that gave me my breakdown. I guess not. Oh, here we go. Treasury. I was in the wrong one. Okay, so trade is about 500 gold. Wouldn't be bad to upgrade that. I mean, that would give us like another... Was that 5%? Okay, so, I think I'm probably better off doing the upkeep, the subtraction, or the upkeep subtraction. Although I do also have 2 ports as well. Yeah, we'll do the draft of regulars for now. Also, one thing about the Empire that's a little different. I just got to figure out where exactly it is. Is that they have the ability to be assigned view in offices. Here we go. They actually have the ability to be assigned to different positions. So that could be really useful. Required rank, treasurer. That would be very useful. We'll make him a treasurer, and we'll make him the engineer. And that will do certain bonuses. For example, 5% income from all buildings, very helpful. Additional tradable resources produced, also very useful. Something I probably should have done a very long time ago and just never really got around to. All right, so let's move. How's Isleheart doing? It's doing okay. I think here we're going to do the... We really need the growth in this province because this is going to be our main province that we really need to build up as quickly as possible. That army up there is going to grow and get bigger and nastier the more time I let it. So we're going to move Karl Franz over here. We'll move this general up to here, and hopefully we'll take out those guys next turn. Marienburg is hurting as far as public order goes, so I could use a little bit more. Could do that, or I think I'm probably better off getting some more units over here. So let's get some swordsmen, and then I think this will be a reasonably decent army to take against the vampires. At least to just kind of harass them and do some damage, and hopefully sack some of these towns and get some loot. That would be good. Okay, so we're good there. Karlberg, I am going to go ahead. Do I have... I don't have Middenheim, though. I think we're probably better off spending our hard-earned cash over here. Let's upgrade this. And call that good. Okay, faction destroyed. Raiding, the rebels are raiding. No surprise there. Let's see. That's not much of an army, Karl Franz. We're going to move you to here so you can support. And let's get Karl Franz up there to wail on these guys. And I think between my two armies, I should be definitely able to take them out. Oh, I don't want to retreat, though. I forgot to bring cavalry. I was going to recruit a regiment of renown or two. Oh, well. Leadership. Let's put that on our guy here. And then let's put that on these crossbowmen. I do have these Tattersouls. Yeah, I think we can win this. And I think our odds are much better than what the auto-resolve thing there says. So I think we'll be okay. I just need to take advantage of my reinforcements. Now, they do have artillery, which definitely gives them an advantage. Oh, good. And my guys are actually going to be coming out right over here on top of the hill, which is where I would want to attack from. So let's put our guys here in the woods. And that way they can't see me. And if they can't see me... Oh, you can't hide a flying unit in the woods, though. Tell you what, I'll put Karl Franz over here. Maybe they'll start moving their whole army and I'll get lucky. These guys can actually vanguard deploy. So let's put them in the woods over here. And then we've got our crossbowmen, who I will just put right here. And that should be hidden as well. And then our... Yeah, that should be good. Okay. And then our reinforcements will come in here, link up with our main army. Karl Franz, I'm going to have to be kind of careful. Hopefully they'll start shooting at Karl Franz with the mortars, because that will be very ineffective. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Am I in range of the mortars? I'm about to be. There we go. We'll put them here and let them shoot mortars at Karl Franz. I have a feeling that's going to be basically useless. We'll see if he takes any damage. But I think, yeah, whole lot of nothing. We'll just let them shoot for a while, waste their ammo. Mortars are really meant to be used against infantry blobs, not against single units, and certainly not against flying units. They're just not meant for that. Okay, so now we've got a decent amount of crossbowmen. So let's get our crossbowmen kind of lined up over here. Let's get our swordsmen over here. We'll get this guy into the woods over here. Are they still shooting at Karl Franz? They are, and they have caused no damage. How much ammo do they have? They have a bit. Still no damage to Karl Franz. We'll just let them shoot for a while. If we can eliminate those mortars and get them out of ammo before the battle begins, that will be huge, because they are without a doubt the biggest threat and the thing that would cause the most damage to my army. So that might be the thing to do. Let's get these swordsmen over here. And let's start fast forwarding. I think the rest of our units are pretty much all in the woods, or going to be. And we'll just let these guys expend their ammo. They can fire all day long at Karl Franz, and they are not going to cause any damage whatsoever. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm going to let those guys do their thing. Alright guys, the artillery threat is pretty much neutralized. They're out of ammo, they're out of ammo, and I think these guys have 1 round left. And Karl Franz, he got hit like twice out of all of that. Let's move him up a little bit. Oh, there goes the last volley of ammo from that mortar, I believe. Yep, and they are now out of ammunition. So, not effective use of the artillery at all. Good job, AI. Alright, so now we can start forming up over here, which is exactly what we're going to do. And let's get these guys over here. We'll put our Tattersouls over on this side. Let's actually issue them walk commands. We'll pull Karl Franz back a little bit. We're going to issue the walk so that they're not as tired. And now we should be able to come down the hill and pretty much just wreck this army without any worries, because the mortars would have done some substantial damage to us coming in. And now they can't do that because they don't have any ammo left, because they wasted it all on Karl Franz. So, not good for them. And I'm out of the range of the handgunners, which is good. That's what I want. All right. So, we'll get them formed up over here. And they're almost done. And then let's just select this whole group and start moving it up to about here, I think. That should be good. And we should have a pretty nice uphill advantage as well. Looks like their handgunners can't reach me. And looks like I can't quite reach them. So this is going to be a great place to form up. And let's go. And let's move forward a little bit. We definitely have the ranged advantage. Speaking of which, let's put all of our units on defensive guard mode, and let's get our skirmishers onto skirmish mode, take them off fire at will, move up a little bit more. I'm just kind of inching forward. All right. So, skirmishers focus fire on the outriders, actually. Those guys are going to be a nightmare. Pistoliers. We'll get this first unit. We'll get them hard grouped and get them charging down the hill. Our first unit of swordsmen. I'm going to get Karl Franz over here. Pistoliers I want down here to flank. Second unit of swordsmen start moving up. We've got our outriders chasing these guys off, or at least attempting to. Those guys are dead. Let's focus on these handgunners. And we'll bring Karl Franz over here and see if I can take out their general. That would be very helpful. These Pistoliers are going to take some substantial damage. My Outriders are in a fight right now that they don't like against those Pistoliers. Let's bring them over. And let's bring these swords units around to flank. Got a nice flanking opportunity here. Bring them through. Bring them over here into these guys. Probably should get our melee units into the battle as well. Have them come after the general. And we'll see if we can get Karl Franz some nice rear charges and stuff. That would be awesome. There go my Outriders. Hey, charge. Do your chargy thing. They're basically broken. We can make them come charging at me. Charge into those guys. You guys deal with these Outriders over there. You guys fire into this mass. And I'm going to send Karl Franz diving into that as well. Get a nice rear charge on his Griffin. And look at the morale damage there. They're going to waver and break very quickly. And now this whole unit can be recommitted to over here. We'll get Karl Franz going into them. This unit of swords is not being used effectively at the moment. We've got plenty of stuff that can deal with them. You fire, and there we go. Broken. Excellent. Now, I do want to kill their general. Here he is. Their general definitely needs to die. And die very quickly. Because then there will be... He's really the biggest threat on the battlefield. Ooh, actually, and those mortars. Those mortars need to die as well. Let's see. Do I still have my Outriders? I do. You... I want to get... Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to have the ability to catch those Outriders. General's dead. Karl Franz, deal with these mortars. And we'll just start sending units after these mortars. Because they need to die too. Otherwise, I'm going to have a much harder fight when we fight these guys again. Although I might be able to use kind of the same strategy. Hopefully I'll be able to catch them before they get off the battlefield. Karl Franz is going to mess these guys up pretty good. We're down to 13. Why did you stop moving? Oh. Take all units off of guard mode. No, 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 no. No, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Karl Franz, go get them. Pistoliers, go get these guys over here. Everybody else, go get them. That's the plan. Okay. And they're off the battlefield, so yeah, we're not going to catch them. All right, that's fine. So, significant damage across the board. General's dead. We did all right. Our Outriders or Pistoliers or whatever those guys were, what are they? Our Pistoliers didn't do so great. I sent them into a battle I shouldn't have, but that's all right. And we'll take the leadership. And now they're going to run away and be scared. We got a bunch of people leveled up, which is fantastic. Now, Karl Franz, what do you need? You need casualty replenishment rate, quartermaster. He's got Deathclaw, so we're good there. The weapon strength wouldn't be bad. Neither would additional armor, honestly. Let's maybe do that, get Foe Seeker. Just start working our way up that yellow chain to turn him into a ridiculously powerful enemy. We'll get the Warhorse and the Barded Warhorse. Oh, he only gets one skill point. Never mind. We'll get him the Warhorse. And then this guy will do hold the line, and that's it. And now, I should be able to just come up here and finish this guy off. There we go, and we'll just auto-resolve. And there goes our problem with rebels, so that's good. Leveled up again, which is also good. And let's get him a warhorse, just so he can get around the battlefield a bit faster.
Now, is it time?
And then I'm thinking we garrison Karl Franz in Weissmund. And let's upgrade Karlberg. Hopefully start reducing some of our public order issues. And actually, let's put this guy in Altdorf. There we go. And finally, over here... let's actually expand this army a little bit more before we go charging off into a bunch of vampires. I think just some more swordsmen, and that should be good. All right, let's go ahead and end the turn. There we go. Vertbad, or Wertbad, or however you want to pronounce it, is doing okay. We're going to upgrade that so we can put some public order stuff in there. And then we're pretty much out of space. So, but I think this army is big enough to do at least some damage to some of these smaller settlements, which will also give me the opportunity to sack them and get some additional income, which would be good. I think we're good here.
The Empire.
Let's start moving. Temperbad really doesn't like me too much, but that's okay. Would you be interested in trading? Non-aggression pact? Nope. Is there anyone that likes me right now that might be interested in trading? Nope. What about a non-aggression pact? Sure. Now are you interested in trading? Nope. What if I offer you a little bit of gold? Nope. They don't like me. We'll try again later. The dwarves. The dwarves might trade. Oh, good. Okay. Additional income, always useful. Carrick Hearn, I'm not really worried about. We'll sign a non-aggression pact with them. Talea?
Do not greet me as a friend.
Nope. Nothing. Border Princes? Nope. They don't like me either. Okay. So I think we've got as many trade agreements as we can right now, which is good. Here, I think we definitely want... I don't have the money to do public order. That's okay. Let's actually get rid of those regiments of renown. And I think we're actually going to go ahead and combine this army. He's my treasurer, though. But I think that's okay. Let's get these crossbowmen. And these swords to transfer into Karl Franz's army.
This action does not have my consent.
And then this guy, I'll garrison him in Karlberg. So Karl Franz now has a reasonably sized army. It's not awesome, but it gets the job done. I would like to have some Empire Knights or some sort of cavalry. Would be good. The Pistoliers really are not useful. But we'll get some sort of cavalry just so I can do some hammer and anvil stuff when we finally get into combat. And then I'll send Karl Franz over to start doing some additional damage to the enemy. Now that he has a decent-sized army, although I want to wait till the Empire Knights are ready to go. You come in here and we're going to attack Fort Obersteyr. First look at some vampires. I should be able to mop these guys up very easily. Since it's our first look at the vampires, why not? Let's actually fight this one. There's no reason we should have any difficulties whatsoever with this battle, but just for the fun of it. And we're just going to basically charge straight in. So let's go crossbowmen. Main line of swords. About like so. Some spearmen here and here. Pistoliers. Actually, pistoliers have vanguard deployment. Put them on skirmish mode. And then our general right here in the middle. Start moving these guys up. And we'll see if we can start kind of harassing some of these enemies. Some of these zombies and the bats are really what I'd like to deal with the most. They're certainly the biggest threat. There they come. Open fire. Take them out. Shoot. Some damage. Not great. But if they just want to sit there, then, you know, who am I to judge? And now the bats are going to be all over me. But I believe pistoliers can fire backwards. Yep, they can. So they'll be able to keep firing on these bats as they run away. Definitely taking a lot of my micro, though. Oh, and my crossbowmen are firing and not focus firing. So we want to focus fire on those guys. And then let's get our swordsmen moved up to about here. Get our spearmen off on the flanks. Get our leader up. Actually, let's get our spearmen into these fell bats. Help our general over there. We'll do some flanking over here. These guys should start falling apart very quickly. Here we go. And let's get these guys firing over here into these crypt ghouls. Change of plans. Shoot at the fell bats that are now up in the air. Get those spearmen over. These guys are going to fall apart very quickly. They're breaking. They're breaking. And there we go. Easy battle. Nothing too difficult. So we lost 60 men. Pretty much all from this one unit of swords. Killed everything else. I'm going to call that a win. That'll do. Save that. And let's go ahead and sack the city. We could use the extra little bit of income. And then we'll pull back over here where we won't take attrition damage. And Route Marcher should be the first campaign point. And then we can actually recruit some more men, which would probably be wise. Let's get a couple of flagellants just because they deal some damage. And a couple more sword, just like another sword as well. That could be useful. Actually, let's get another crossbowman. There we go. And over here, they're still ready. All right, well, I think we are good to go. And unfortunately, guys, we are out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it. It really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.